Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today, later on, we're going to get on the 450L. I neglected the 125 for a couple days. I'm going to get this thing all dialed in, all cleaned up. Give it a check over from Pavilion. And probably order some stuff for this thing because it needs it. It was feeling really slow. I got a feeling it's going to blow up. It literally has, like, as you can see, not very much compression. Not that 125s have a lot, but it's definitely not how it should be. Throw a new top end in it before the next time I ride it. It probably needed it anyway. Linkage bearings, so this thing will be dialed in. Side note, if anybody knows where I can get a Pro Circuit triple clamps, the ones that'll match the bronze hubs, that bronze color, let me know on Instagram, DM me. And I've been looking for those for a while. It's got to be for 2009 through 2010 KX250F forks though. Oh, and like that, after about an hour later, we got this thing all shining up pretty. I love this thing so much. It's crazy what some, just some simple green and some Scotch-Brite pads from Prime MX, I'll link down below. This thing's gonna get a little work here. If anybody, along with the Pro Circuit clamps, has a carbon fiber plug, let me know in the comments or DM me on Instagram, like I said, at Tyler Monagan. I wanna get a carbon fiber ignition cover and some other little carbon fiber bling, carbon fiber chain guide, and anything really carbon fiber I'd put on this thing. A bit later, got both bikes cleaned up. We'll wait on Justin to get here, and we'll go ride around. Over here, we got a huge stack of parts for this thing, ready to go. Everything I could possibly need for this thing, BBR shifters, BBR parts, every little piece to get this thing dialed in. Huge thanks to T-Bolt. I'll talk about them more once we get this thing fully dialed in. I'm just waiting on wheels to come in, and then that's really it.
This is a little bit less than ideal for off-road.
Yeah, the Harley definitely isn't ideal for some enduro stuff, but Justin's out here doing it, so we're cruising around, getting some clips, trying to find some new spots. We found this little stair set or something I might go down, but looks pretty cool. We'll try it. That brings me back to like the pit bike days when I could. God, I love this thing. It's so much fun. So much fun. Full too.
My rear end where the curb ends.
All right. I'm gonna try this little grass to jump, but I'm gonna test it over here before I jump it and then case on that curb.
The next day here, I didn't film anything after the last clip you just saw. I got some parts in from SRMoto, hooking it up, not wasting any time to get this 450L dialed in. So basically what we have here, just a few little simple parts. More should be coming in here soon. We got the mirror setup. I'm just gonna run the one circle mirror setup right here. Take off this mountain bike, one that doesn't really work. It works, but it doesn't work. I gotta readjust it all the time. It's kind of annoying. It's all zip tied on there, but we got those. We got a license plate, like this aluminum bracket. We have the JD jetting, whole fuel injection tuner, which should basically clear up the whole thing and make it run better once I get the pipe. This will make it run better stock. With the stock pipe, if you have one of these, you know it's kind of lean off the start. It pops a little bit, and this should make how it is now better, along with once I get the FMF in. So I got a 12 o'clock labs, fixed rate turn signal flasher. That way it's not super, like the blinking super fast on the. Then the main thing here to clean up the whole rear end on the rear license plate. If you didn't see, I custom did this bracket from the stock one. Here we got the 12 o'clock labs rig, which will eliminate this whole thing, eliminate the blinkers. It's all integrated into here, which you'll see when I put it on there. This will clean it up real nice, slim everything up. This thing comes with the whole kit. Comes with all the hardware and caps and stuff, and then a license plate. Huge shout out to SRMoto. If you need anything for a 450L, DRZs, anything Supermoto, I'll leave the link at the top of the description where you can get any of these parts. Basically any aftermarket part for this thing, anything Supermoto related, SRMoto is the place to go if you're trying to get parts. It's Velcroed on here too. We'll see how I'm gonna mount it up here. Not really sure. I think, yeah, this is for the, if I wanted it on the bar mount, I could switch it around. I'm probably just gonna take this out and then clamp it on the bar here and have it tucked up. Pretty straightforward. Let me see where I can tuck it up in here. Might have to reroute some stuff, but it's a little tricky because there's nuts on the other side which hold these in place. So you gotta try and hold the back side at the same time. I'm thinking I want it tucked up at least right. I'd like it to be right here centered, but might not be able to do that. Well, I think I gotta move it up here or right here for me to be able to see behind me. We're pretty dialed in right here for the most part. Snug it down, we should be good. It still allows you to move it and pivot it where you want it to adjust it, but pretty solid unless you put a lot of force to move it, so it's not gonna move around. These little fancy things too, get them all screwed in. Just looks a little cleaner, that's all. Yeah, I could have just put a bolt in there, but why not have these? Next thing, we'll rip the seat off, get this fender off, get this whole rear light taken off. But before that, if you have not gotten your entries in to win the CR125, every $5 spent gives you one entry to win this thing. You're not gonna find a cleaner CR125. This thing is spotless, completely brand new, decked out with Electron. All the parts were vapor honed. Everything is literally brand new on this thing. So if you want an entry to win, you can order something off of my website, top link in the description. Today only, anybody who orders a shirt, I'm gonna throw in some free clap stickers. I just released these new bigger ones. These are the normal ones I had, and these are the bigger holographic ones. So say you already ordered a shirt or you want just the new bigger clap stickers, they're available now on the website. Like I said, top link in the description. Whether that be stickers, shirts, those Dango gripper, GoPro mounts, something like that, gives you an entry to win this sick CR125. Nice thing about this is literally the moto bike, so it's really easy to take apart. They tucked everything in here nicely. Boom. Just 2 Phillips screws and you can take this whole rear fender off and get to pretty much everything, all the electrical stuff in here. Pretty simple. It's got a little groove to hold it in place. It's pretty straightforward here, just 2 10 mil nuts, and basically it'll take this whole assembly off. And I already unclipped the little connection here. Could with this thing run the stock turn signals, but I think for now I'm gonna take them off since it is integrated in. I could splice it in so I could run both. Might change my mind and put them back on there. We'll see how bright it is. And it just slides right out. Should slide right out. There it is. Simple enough. And then all we're gonna do is pop this little other holder in. There we go. Unscrew these. 1 little screw on each, looks like. It should just pop out. Yeah, so I was right. It looks like there's just these little plastic kind of holders in there that you essentially just pull out. Actually, you gotta undo it first. I don't know if it makes a difference, but the left blinker is orange, the right blinker is the blue. For any of you 450L guys. Oh, pull this out. And this should just pull right through. Simple enough. These things are nice though. For what it is, I've never seen any blinkers like this that totally fold over like that. So say you do lay the bike over, you're not gonna break your blinkers. Pretty creative on Honda's part. You can tell this bike was mainly designed for off-road, not really for the streets. Simple enough, feed the wires through. 1 by 1. Slide it into place and lock it down. So if any of you have 450Ls out there, leave in the comments kind of what you've done to your 450L, what I should do, what you think like I need to do right away. Obviously, I mean, pretty much everybody says the tuner and a pipe, which is coming. So aside from that, let me know what you've done that's kind of made it more comfortable, ride better. As a reference here, it's a 13 for these nuts. I really should just go get a socket, but I don't feel like doing it. Aside from that, taking the blinkers out, you're gonna have these holes, and they have these little blockers or kind of caps to put over them. Just slide right in, and you'll bolt it in from the inside. There's like no wiggle room in here to really get your fingers in here, but below, once you get it all lined up. All right, here's the first little test. Got everything plugged in. We'll crank this thing on and check the running light. Running light works. And we'll grab the brake. So it looks like the feature, I know you can program it right now. As I pull the brake, it flashes like a second after I pull the brake in. So that's a nice little safety feature. Then we'll hit the blinker, left blinker. I think I can change the direction of that so I can have it like flash, the swipe. I actually kind of like the swipe. So we'll check the right blinker. That works. And then I have another thing, which if you don't buy with the 12 o'clock labs taillight, you need, if you don't buy this thing, you're gonna have a super fast blinker. So this thing you just plug right in and it should make it to the normal blinker speed. Along with that, you'd have it super fast up here. So if you don't want that, you gotta buy this extra thing. Get to the relay, apparently it's behind the headlight here. So we'll undo these, pop it off. It'll be this little black box right here. So you're just gonna pop back this dust boot, undo the clip, like so. Before I tuck it all in, I'm gonna make sure everything works. So as you can see, now I got a solid, steady blinker. Try the other blinker, make sure. Now we're solid right here. So if you're getting the taillight delete, you'll see on the website, you need this thing too, unless you wanna deal with a fast blinker and a fast thing up here. All you're gonna do is slide it back in place. I've wrapped mine with a little electrical tape to kind of seal it up. And then we'll push this back on and get it back bolted on. It's pretty straightforward. Let me know in the comments what else you want to see me do with this thing. I know obviously I'm going to do a couple obviously exploring videos and stuff like that. A lot of you seem pretty hyped on this and some new content on the channel, so let me know what you want to see and I'll read through the comments and I'll try and do it. This thing's all solid, ready to go. So here it is, the finished product. It looks way cleaner, way more tucked up in there. Aside from that, I got this plate mount, which should give the plate a little more rigidity, along with this plate shell. So with that, let me know what you think in the comments about this thing. I'm pretty stoked on it. There was an option between this is the clear lens and a smoked lens. I figured the clear lens would be easier to see, especially during the day. And then right here is the final product, obviously with the plate mount and everything all mounted up here. It's nice and sleek and tucked up in there nice. And really can't go wrong. Last thing I gotta do here is, I probably should have done when the seat was off, is this tuner. I'm probably gonna do that in next video. So if you wanna see the results from the tuner, come back tomorrow. I have another riding video up on this thing. If I go riding, I'll install this and I'll kind of give my review on it. For all the guys that have this bike, any other bike, like I said, DR-Z, WR, that kind of want to make their bike faster or run better, this is probably the best option. Come back tomorrow. If you're new, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends. Want to stay up to date on what I'm doing, you can follow me on Instagram at Tyler Monagan. And with that, I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video.